What is it like to eat only street foods in Istanbul for 24 hours? Watch to find out. I started my day with simit, which is essentially a Turkish bagel topped with sesame seeds. It can be eaten plain or paired with delicious cheese or something sweet like Nutella. It costed 4 Turkish liras. People commonly have simit in the morning, and you can find them at bakeries, street carts, or peddlers in bustling areas throughout the day. You can find the fresh simit early in the morning. This bread can be eaten with or without spreads, but you can also try them with Turkish tea or any Turkish cheese as a traditional and flavorsome breakfast. I then had another commonly eaten breakfast dish in the city of Istanbul, which is menemen. It is comparable to soupy scrambled eggs. The traditional menemen recipe involves eggs, tomatoes, green bell peppers, and olive oil. Typically, the dish is served with a large freshly prepared Turkish bread. I had the menemen at the famous Lade's menemen. So, it can be a filling breakfast. I then took a break exploring the city and digesting my food before having some scrumptious lunch. For lunch, I had the balık ekmek, grilled fish sandwich. It is a grilled fish sandwich that is among the best street foods in the city. It has grilled mackerel, onions, and fresh lettuce in 6-inch sandwich bread. It tastes delicious with a few drops of lemon juice. It is made using the Norwegian mackerel fish. It is better to have the dish from one of the boats on Eminönü shore, as those sellers cook it on their boats. Kokoreç is another delicacy in the list of well-known street foods in Istanbul. This dish has grilled sheep intestines outside, and the middle white part in kokoreç is sheep fat. It is finely chopped and mixed with spices like pepper, oregano, salt, and sometimes fresh tomato. Then, it is served with bread as a sandwich. Though not everyone can eat this dish, the local folks love to eat this classic street food. Notably, it is not cheap as other street foods and is considered a delicacy superior to typical street food. It costs about 25 Turkish liras. After a little break, it's time to eat some more food, as the day is all about exploring all of Istanbul's best street foods. Doner kebab is another famous dish in Istanbul that the locals commonly eat. This dish is prepared with lamb, chicken, beef, or turkey as the main ingredient. There are abundant doner shops in the city. It is gradually roasted via a rotating vertical skewer. Then, the roasted kebab is wrapped in a pita along with some veggies. This meaty dish is also served as a wholesome lunch or a fancy dinner for people who are seeking something hearty yet healthy on their plate across different meals of the day. At 4 p.m., try the kumpir, which is probably one of the favorite local street foods of the teens and students in Istanbul. It is so because this dish is very delicious, economically priced, and a hearty meal. It costed around 20 Turkish liras. Basically, it is a huge baked potato that is stuffed with butter and grated yellow cheese. You have other optional fillings such as corn, peppers, and mayonnaise. The next dish we had on our list was a dessert, halka tatlısı. The dough is deep fried and then dipped into the sugar syrup and left to cool down. This way, a crispy and super sweet street dessert gets ready. 10 out of 10 if you are craving something sweet. One of my favorite was the börek, a baked puff pastry or short crust dough that embraces several fillings, including cheese, ground meat, spinach, and other veggies. Super easy to eat and truly delicious. Ever thought you'd eat chicken and rice on a street corner? Probably not, but in Istanbul, that counts as lunch or dinner for a greater number of people than you'd imagine. It's fast, hot, and filling. It's easy to spot the men selling it in glass-covered carts around town, but locals swear that there's something special about the cart located right in front of Istanbul Manufacturasılar Çarşısı in Unkapanı. Next on our list was the lahmacun. It is commonly known as Turkish pizza, circular in shape and is prepared from Turkish pita dough. It has meat mince, onions, tomatoes, and parsley toppings. Notably, it is typically eaten with lunch or dinner. It is a spicy delicacy with flavorful garlic that is extensively available across the city. You must not miss a chance to taste a lahmacun cooked on wood. The authentic way to have a lahmacun is by topping it with some lettuce and parsley, squeezing a lemon wedge, and rolling the lahmacun into a wrap to enjoy it. Even though I was certain to have gained a few kilos, I had to try the midye tava. In this, mussels are fried in a large metal pan filled with hot oil. It is served with a tangy tarator sauce dip prepared with walnuts, olive oil, breadcrumbs, strained yogurt, fresh lemon juice, grated garlic, and salt. You can enjoy these midye tava on the stick or in a sandwich for a better satisfying meal. As I always end the day on a sweet note, I had to try the dessert that Istanbul is famous for. The one and only baklava. A phyllo pastry is nicely stuffed with dried fruits and nuts. Sugar syrup or honey is used to hold the pastry and its stuffing together, which makes it quite a sticky dish. This dish is available in different versions like pistachio baklava, walnut baklava, royal rolls, and more. It was my absolute favorite dish and I wouldn't mind traveling to Istanbul just for these baklavas. Don't miss these foods on your trip to Istanbul. Use this as a guide to explore some of Istanbul's best street food. Like and subscribe for more delicious content.